Your insurance renewal just landed, and the number is higher than last year. Again, here's the thing most truckers don't know. Renewal price isn't random, it's calculated. And if you know what goes into that calculation, you can actually do something about it before the renewal hits. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly why premiums keep climbing, what carriers are actually looking at when they price your renewal, and 5 specific moves you can make right now to have a cheaper premium when the time comes. And stick around, because number 4 is one most owner-operators completely skip, and it's one of the easiest wins on the list. Let me start with an example. And just to be clear, Brian is a fictional character based on the kind of owner-operators we work with every day. Results are going to vary based on your individual situation. That's extremely important to keep in mind. Brian has been running general freight for 3 years. He has a clean record, no claims. He figured his renewal would come in about the same, maybe a slight bump. Instead, it came in $2,400 higher than last year. He called us confused. I didn't have any accidents. I didn't have anything change. Why is my rate going up? The answer surprised him, and it might surprise you too, because it wasn't about him at all. Here's what's happening in the market right now. According to ATRI, that's the American Transportation Research Institute, the cost of trucking insurance is going up over 15% in the last 2 years. That is really not sustainable. And what's the main driver? Nuclear verdicts. Jury awards against trucking companies have exploded. We're talking median verdicts that have gone from 2.3 million in 2010 to projections of over 51 million in recent years. Carriers are absorbing that risk, all of you, and they're passing the cost on at renewal. It's the only way this works. So if your premium went up in the last couple years and you didn't do anything wrong, that's why. The market moved, and the only way to fight it is to make yourself look like a lower risk than everyone else. That's exactly what we're covering today. If you've ever gotten a renewal that felt unfair, hit like on this video. It tells YouTube to get in front of more truckers who need this information. Here's exactly what we're getting into. Number 1, why your premium actually went up even if you had no claims. Number 2, how to clean up your risk profile before renewal season. Number 3, the tech investments that move the needle with carriers. Number 4, one specific discount most owner-operators leave on the table every single year. Number 5, how to shop your renewal the right way, including timing that most people get wrong. And at the end, I'm going to cover the 3 most common renewal mistakes that cost truckers thousands of dollars and are completely avoidable. Let's get into it. What actually drives your renewal price? Okay, so first things first, you need to understand how insurance companies actually price you at renewal. It's not just your claims history, it's a combination of factors, and every single one of them is a lever you can pull. Here's some of the big ones. Your garaging address. Where your truck sleeps at night is a major rating variable, and by that we mean where your truck is parked when you're not working, okay? If you've moved and haven't updated your policy, you might be getting rated for the wrong zip code. That's money left on the table or money being taken from you. And it's also very bad when it comes to claims if it's not accurate. Your radius of operation, local, intermediate, or long haul. Each one of these has a different risk profile. Some owner operators get quoted on unlimited radius when they're actually running regional lanes. That mismatch is expensive. And if it's the opposite, where you're saying you've got a lower radius and you're actually running more, you can get claims denied, which then really jacks up your rates. All right, next, your cargo type. General freight, refrigerated goods, hazmat. These all carry different exposure levels. If you're being rated as a hazmat carrier and you rarely haul hazmat, that's worth reviewing. Your driving record. MVR violations, accidents, your CDL history. This is one of the factors that weighs really heavy with the insurance companies. And your years in business. New authority means higher risk in the insurance company's eyes. But here's the good news. After 12 months of clean operation, significantly more insurance companies will quote your account. And rates typically drop 15 to 30% in year 2 compared to your first policy. So if you're in the first year, just keep your nose clean. The clock is working in your favor. Now, here's what you can actually do about it. And you want to start 60 to 90 days before your renewal date, not 30 days, not the week before, 60 to 90 days. That gives you time to shop multiple markets instead of just accepting whatever your current carrier hands you. First, pull your MVR and your PSP report. MVR is your motor vehicle record. PSP is your pre-employment screening program report from the FMCSA. It shows your inspection and violation history. Both of these feed directly into how insurance companies price you out. Now, PSP is not mandatory, so not every insurance company is going to use that. And if they do, they also understand that it's not mandatory. So not all of your data is really there, but whatever is there is something that they can use. Okay, if there's anything on there you didn't know about, like a violation with your MVR that got added incorrectly, an old accident that's aging off, now's the time to find it and get it fixed. You got to go through a really lengthy process with LexisNexis. We can make another video about that, but like that is something extremely important that you don't just let stay there. You fix it. Second, look at your CSA score. CSA stands for Compliance, Safety, Accountability. It's how the FMCSA tracks safety performance for motor carriers. High CSA scores in categories like unsafe driving or vehicle maintenance will push your premium up. And the difference between good CSA ratings and the FMCSA alert status can be a few $1,000s per truck per year. It can really go up. To fix your scores, document your pre-trip inspections every single day. Address vehicle defects immediately. If you have violations, check whether they can be contested. Errors happen, and successful data queue challenge can remove incorrect violations from your record. Third, get your driver qualification file in order. Sloppy DQ files, missing medical certificates, incomplete driver histories. These things tell underwriters of the insurance companies you run a disorganized operation. Showing up to renewal with a clean, complete file is a signal that you're low risk. And insurance companies notice this stuff. They want to work with people who are organized and have their business in order. Drop a comment. What state are you operating in? I'm curious where most of you guys are running. I read every one of these, so go for it. All right, tech that actually moves the needle. All right, number 3. And this one has gotten a lot more concrete in the last couple of years. Dash cams. Installing a forward-facing dash cam can reduce your liability premium by as much as 6% with some insurance companies. That might sound small, but on a $15,000 annual policy, that's $900 back in your pocket. And if you have multiple trucks, go ahead and multiply that, all right? And dash cams do 2 things at once. They can lower your rate, and they protect you when something happens that wasn't your fault. That's not a coincidence. Insurance companies know that footage clears legitimate claims faster and deters fraud. You're in a commercial vehicle, you are guilty till proven innocent. Have a dash cam, prove you're innocent. This makes sense, right? Louisiana actually passed a law, House Bill 549, effective January 2026, that requires insurers to discount premiums for commercial vehicles with qualifying dash cams paired with telematics. That's a state-level signal of where the whole industry is heading. It's pretty awesome. Telematics and ELD programs. Some insurance companies offer discount programs tied to your telematics data. Progressive, for example, offers 2. Snapshot, up to 20% based on your driving behavior data. That's for vehicles under 10,000 pounds. And then their Smart Haul program, which is anything that's interstate over 10,000 pounds. This can save you up to 5% for ELD connected vehicles. Really awesome. And they work with tons of ELD providers. Now, these are insurance company specific, and your actual discount depends on your individual data. So those are ranges. But the point is, insurance companies are actively rewarding operators who let their safety record speak. If you've got a clean operation, these programs put money back in your pocket. If you're running sloppy, the data will show it. So get that cleaned up first. Okay, here's number 4, the discount most owner-operators don't even know exists. It's called proof of prior insurance, POP for short. Here's how it works. Insurance companies offer lower rates to truckers who can show 12 months of uninterrupted prior coverage. The logic is simple. If you've been continuously insured for a year with no gaps and no major claims, you're a lower risk than someone who let their coverage lapse. So here's rule number 1. Never let your coverage lapse. Even a single day without insurance can wipe out your POP eligibility. Don't cancel your policy before a new one is bound. Don't let it expire while you're shopping. And here's something worth knowing about how different insurance companies handle this. Progressive, for example, accepts proof of prior insurance across multiple companies, meaning your 12 months can be spread across more than one company. Geico, on the other hand, requires the 12 months to be with the same insurance company. When you're shopping your renewal, have your declarations pages from the last 12 months ready to go. That's your proof. Without it, you're leaving a discount on the table, one that you technically already earned. Last one, and this is where a lot of previous steps pay off. Shop early, shop multiple markets. 60 to 90 days before renewal. Not one carrier, not one insurance company, multiple companies. The difference between the first quote you get and the best quote available can be significant, especially if you've done the work to clean up your profile. And there's something most people don't think to do. Audit your coverage classifications before you shop. When you're reviewing your renewal, confirm these things match your actual operation. 1, the garaging address. Is the zip code on your policy where your truck actually parks at night? If you've moved or if the address is wrong, get it fixed immediately. Misrepresenting your garaging address is a huge policy violation, but an incorrect one can also mean you're being rated for a higher risk zip code than you're actually in. 2, operating radius. Are you still running the same lanes? If you expanded or contracted your operation since last year, your radius classification should reflect that. If you're running regional, but rated as long haul, you're overpaying. This is easy, just fix it. 3, cargo classification. Does your stated cargo type match what you're actually hauling? If it doesn't, you've got a coverage problem and a pricing problem. Getting these things fixed before you go to market means insurance companies are pricing you on your actual risk, not a misclassified version of it. Okay, 3 mistakes I see over and over that cost truckers money at renewal. Mistake number 1, waiting until the last minute. If you call your broker 2 weeks before your renewal, you don't have time to shop. You're just accepting whatever price is in front of you. Start 60 to 90 days out. Mistake number 2, assuming your current carrier is the best option. Loyalty means nothing in insurance pricing, especially in commercial trucking. The market shifts every year. A carrier that was competitive last year might not be competitive this year. Always compare. Mistake number 3, not reviewing your coverage after a change in your operation. You bought a new truck, you changed your cargo, your radius, whatever, you expanded your radius. Any of those things can affect your coverage and your price. And if you haven't told your carrier, you might have gaps you don't even know about. These are fixable, and they're all in your control. All right, here's the quick version of what we covered today. 1, your premium went up because the market went up. Nuclear verdicts, rising litigation costs. It's industry-wide, and the only way to fight it is to look like a lower risk. 2, clean up your MVR, PSP, CSA score before renewal, 60 to 90 days out, all right? The sooner the better. And number 3, invest in dash cams and telematics. The discounts are real, they're growing, and they protect you in a claim anyway. 4, don't let your coverage lapse, ever. Proof of prior insurance is a discount you can actually earn just by staying covered. Number 5, audit your garaging address, radius, and cargo classification. Then shop multiple markets as early as possible. If you're coming up on renewal and you're not sure whether your current coverage still fits your operation, that's exactly what we do at LogRog. We specialize in trucking insurance for owner-operators. Grab a free quote in the description down below, no pressure, and hit subscribe. We drop new trucking business guides every week, and there's a lot more coming. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe out there.